equipment perhaps? And is this something that we can do in 1 week or 1 month or 1 year? The time scale. So perhaps now you could break into some groups and spend about 15 or 20 minutes thinking about these things, and maybe come back in, say, 10 minutes to the hour. And we can just discuss a little bit about what you have thought about what should the next steps be for you. And remember that for me and for Sam and for Elizabeth, we cannot tell you what the next steps are for your country. Your country is your speciality. You know what works and maybe will not work in your country. So this is for you. So if I could ask you now to organize yourself into some groups, and we can work a little table like this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Zero. So can you come back to the previous slide?
Of course.
Vâng, ở đây thì bây giờ yes. Bây giờ thì chúng ta sẽ phải chia thành nhóm, và sau đấy thì các nhóm này sẽ tức là các cái bước để mà thực hiện vừa rồi thì là chúng ta thấy rằng là thì đầu tiên là trong chúng ta sẽ phải có một người giáo viên sẽ làm gọi là trưởng nhóm champion đấy. Còn trong nhóm sẽ có ít nhất là một anh bên phòng bên tai nữa. Và khi mà ở đây thì cái mục đích của chúng ta để phát triển lên một cái kế hoạch để mà hình thành được cái dự báo tác động ấy, là chúng ta sẽ phải làm việc với từng đối tác một để thu thập chia sẻ số liệu thông tin về các cái thiệt hại trong quá khứ này, các cái tính dễ bị tổn thương, cái exposure vân vân, cái gọi là cái thơi lộ. Sau đó chúng ta sẽ phải phân tích các cái số liệu, rồi từ các cái mà thiệt hại, các cái số liệu đấy chúng ta sẽ phải tính toán đưa vào các cái cấp báo động khác nhau. Đấy. Tức là gì, là chúng ta sẽ biết rằng là với cái mức thiệt hại như thế nào thì chúng ta sẽ ở mức báo động bao nhiêu, 1, 2, 3 hay 4 hay 5 giống như ở chúng ta. Thế còn đối với cả sau đấy thì chúng ta sẽ phải thảo luận về cái impact table, về ra các cái mô tả về các cái tác động và các cái câu chữ mà sau này chúng ta sử dụng trong các cái bản tin khác nhau. Đấy. Và ở đây thì ông muốn là cái đầu tiên là chúng ta sẽ tập trung vào các cái mục tiêu gọi là nhỏ trước, xem cái gì chúng ta có thể làm ngay làm trong thời hạn ngắn, và sau đó tập trung nghĩ đến các cái gọi là cái mục tiêu xa hơn. Thì đấy là các cái và cái bảng, và cuối cùng là các cái thông tin mọi người, các nhóm chuẩn bị sẽ phải đưa vào cái bảng. So can you move to the next slide, the table, please?
Here we are.
Đấy, thì đây là cái bảng mà so can you describe more clear about this table? So what is action?
So the action is what is the next thing you do? So maybe
Okay.
the first thing you do is you identify your champion. Then after that you organize some from between the champion who has responsibility for, say, transport, with people from Transport Authority, something like that.
Okay. And then who drive and what resources and times?
So who is the leader for this action? So if it's for the forecasters, then somebody has to give them leadership. Maybe the head of the forecast office says, I will give you 3 days this week to work on this, or something, because people have to have time to work on it, and somebody has to be the manager of that. If you understand.
Okay. And the time scale is just like how long we should take?
How long this in each action, it should be, I can do this in a week, I can do this in 1 month, this will take me 3 months. For each action, you should have some idea of how long it will take to reach the conclusion of the action, to achieve what you are trying to achieve. And for some, the time scale could be quite long. It could be a couple of years, perhaps, if it's about really building a strong connection with, say, emergency management sector or something.
Ok. Thì ở đấy mọi người, tức là bây giờ cũng nói rõ, tức là trong cái bảng này thì mọi người sẽ phải có liệt kê các cái công việc mà chúng ta sẽ phải làm. Đấy, và để mà tiến tới được một hệ thống dự báo tác động giống như các cái bước mà hôm qua cái quy trình chúng ta làm, ngoài cái việc dự báo thời tiết là chúng ta làm xong rồi ok rồi đúng không ạ, thì chúng ta phải đánh giá được cái rủi ro này, đánh giá được cái dự báo cái xác suất này, cái impact level này, vân vân, tất cả các thông tin để chúng ta làm được ra các thông tin đấy thì chúng ta cái action chính là cái việc như thế, và ai sẽ làm đơn vị nào, ví dụ ký tượng, chỉ văn, dự báo viên hay là phòng thiên tai, hay là ở đây thì câu hỏi đặt ra là chúng ta chỉ làm với một đối tượng nào đấy thôi, ví dụ như là transport chẳng hạn, thì chúng ta sẽ thấy rằng là ví dụ cái việc đấy là do bên giao thông vận tải làm hay bên ký tượng thủy văn làm đấy, và cái nguồn lực ở đâu và cái thời gian mất khoảng bao nhiêu lâu đấy, để ví dụ như đây đang nói về vấn đề là tiến tới một hệ thống dự báo tác động cho một lĩnh vực cụ thể đấy, mọi người chia nhóm để tưởng tượng ra các cái tình huống đấy. Tiền người. So how about resources? Is that money or people?
It can be, mostly it will be time, people and time. So somebody needs 3 weeks, somebody needs 2 months, somebody needs, but it might also be some computer equipment.
The resources.
Yeah, resources is mostly time and people.
Okay. Thời gian là con người. So then what time scale mean?
So when I say resources mean time, it might mean that it will take 2 months of your time to achieve this, but that 2 months of work might not be in 2 months. It might be spread out over 6 months or 1 year. Maybe you have to have a meeting every 3 weeks, or you spend 1 week out of every month working on this concept.
I see. Tức là cái resource đây là người và cái số giờ làm việc. Đấy, còn cái time scale là cái có thể là trong một tháng mình chỉ làm việc 2 ngày thôi. Đấy, tức là nó gọi là cái giờ làm việc. Thế còn cái time scale là cái gọi là cái quy mô thời gian.
Maybe Gerald?
Yes, Sam.
Maybe I can also chip in,
sure, please.
Especially in the area of resources. Yeah, as Gerald said, there's time, there's the personnel and all that. But in case, like for example, you want to have a seminar or put people in a, have kind of a workshop organized internally. That will take time, and probably that you need to go to a conference facility to meet with the disaster people, and it has some costs in it. So that could also be resources. So you don't limit yourself to just time and stuff, and yeah, you think about it, because you might need to have some activities that might cost a bit of money. And in which case you might want to contact WMO to see whether we might be able to assist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. So now I can ask a participant to divide in groups and maybe give it back to you about 15 minutes.
15 minutes is good. Yeah, we don't need to take too long, because this is something you will be doing anyway at the management level, I'm certain, in the next while after this course has been finished. But this is to gather some first ideas.
Yes, okay.
And I will be here to answer any questions if people want some clarifications or whatever.
Zero. So do you have any example of this table?
I don't have a completed example, I'm afraid, no. So let's just work through one idea. So let's say the action might be to develop a web page, a shared web page or series of web pages with emergency management, where we share information.
I translate for them step by step.
Please.
Ở đây thì cái ví dụ cái đấy tôi hỏi là xem ông có ví dụ nào về cái bảng này cho mọi người dễ hình dung được mà. Ok, thì lấy một cái ví dụ trước, ví dụ như là cái việc chúng ta phải làm để xây dựng một website để giao tiếp, để chia sẻ thông tin giữa ký tượng, giữa dự báo và phòng chống thiên tai. Yes, next please.
So this is the action. So who drives this? Probably that comes from the head of forecasting in the Met Service, and maybe also the head of the emergency management section who you will work with. So there'll be key people on two sides who will be the leaders or the managers.
Và ai làm việc này thì có thể là cái phòng dự báo của khí tượng hoặc là cái phòng tác nghiệp của bên phòng thiên tai.
So the resources you will need some people to develop some web designers. You will need some people from the ICT specialists, computer specialists. You'll need specialists in weather information, specialists in emergency management information. So you'll also need maybe some computers and things like that.
Và cái resources mình cần đây là gì, là ví dụ cũng phải có một chuyên gia khí tượng này, một chuyên gia phòng thiên tai này, chuyên gia về thiết kế web này, rồi có thể là thêm cả chuyên gia về phần cứng nữa. Thì đấy, ví dụ cần bao nhiêu người như thế và mỗi người mất bao nhiêu thời gian làm việc. Yes.
And then the time scale could be like 6 months or 9 months. It's not going to happen in 2 days. It will take time to look at the information, decide how it will be presented, and so on. So the time scale is how long will it be before this project is finished.
Và cái time scale đây thì là có thể nó kéo dài từ 6 tháng đến 9 tháng để hoàn thành cái công việc như thế. Yes, I think it's much more clear now.
Good.
Give me 15 minutes.
15 minutes is fine. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, maybe we want to see how we are progressing, or we might, because we have 30 minutes to the end.
Yes, time is going on there, Sam. I hadn't realized it had gone.
Yeah.
So if people want to, I don't know, I won't go around the table to get responses here because it would take too long given the time constraint.
Maybe one group can report.
Maybe one group, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I think we have the result from the groups.
Maybe, yeah. I would like to present for my group discussion about forecast the impact of flood in Bay. What action we need to collect the data of the weather, topography, and economic, and second we need to analyze it, and third we verification. Three action we need to do that. The driver, who the driver is. First, the collect the data. We need some actor from disaster management and transportation and construction and local authority. And for the analysis and verification, we need map of it to do that. And what result? We need group, 4 group, about 20%, 20 people, or too much, work together. Only one expert, hydraulic expert, one GIS expert, and one economic and social expert to work together. And we need 2 months before the disaster season occurred. And the high scale, we need 5 meeting or seminar workshop, and 2 people work full time on this action. That's all. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a very good summary of the sort of work which needs to be done to work towards impact-based forecasting. It's background work. It's work which the benefit will only become clear when the event happens and you find you have all of this wonderful information organized that allows you to take good and clear decisions when there is a threat from the weather, from a tropical cyclone or a flood or whatever. So this is exactly the sort of thing. I won't ask everybody to report back because this is the work that you have to bring forward now in your own country between the Met Service and the emergency management. But it's just, we have started to think, just starting to think about what steps now need to be taken. But Sam, I think I'll leave my section at that now because I know you have a couple of other things to do, and I'm conscious that our colleagues in Vietnam need to finish early today for other reasons. Thank you, and thank you for your time and attention.
Okay, thank you so much, Gerard. That being your last presentation for this workshop, it went very well, very rich presentation. And we're very thankful for that. I just have one small thing to add. I would like to request, Alam, maybe coordinate with the groups. You collect all the inputs into the table, I would like you to share that with us, because we'd like to have that in our report, and also probably on the website just for future reference, knowing that that's not the final. It's just something to, to start us off. So I'll leave that with you. Then the point number 2 I would like to add on this is that one of the most important outcomes that we were expecting from this workshop was this work plan, because this is a workshop, but the work itself starts after the workshop. So we'd like to urge you to really work on that work plan and have a real work plan and start implementing it. And one of the things that you will need is a mechanism that will carry it forward, a mechanism, a group that you will have between yourselves and the stakeholders, especially the emergency people. You plan out what you're going to do over time, and you start doing it. And one other important point that I would like to bring out is that you keep WMO involved in this. You might get to points where you might require resources, and WMO would be very happy to consider, especially now that cruise project is likely to continue. So let this not just be a workshop. It is just a kickoff workshop to get something done. So so thank you very much. Now I'll go to the next.
Excuse me, Sam. So
yes.
can I say, okay, I will ask the participant to send back the work that they have done for the work plan.
Yes.
But also maybe, if possible, we can have kind of interaction.
Yes.
We need from you and from Zero the comment about what the groups have done.
Yes.
And then we can make it more clear to make a real work plan later.
Yes.
And then we can do like it's much like how to say much more effective and more how to say more effective work plan.
A real one, yes.
Yeah, yes, okay. Because at the moment I think that it is still a little bit confusing. So we need the feedback, we need the comment to correct whatever we have done in the work plan there. So then we can we can start to develop the real one.
Okay, let's do it this way. Did you do it in 4 groups? Did you?
Yes.
You did it in 4 groups. So I'm going to put that table from Gerald. I'm going to put it on the website. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, and then you put your whatever you did. Don't worry about it. You just put whatever you did. Every group puts what they want, and then we start from there. Then from there we can collate that, and then that will be the outcome that will go to our report.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
I can say here, Sam, I'd be very happy to provide feedback and to act to mentor the colleagues in Vietnam. I'll look through what is they put on the website, and I'll provide comments, and we can work with that over the next few weeks and months between us to provide support. Yeah, thank you. Very happy to do
excellent.
that.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks so much, Gerald. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zero. Thanks.
Okay. Right. So for the next action, I'm just going to share with you the workshop evaluation. I've just shared it with you. If you look at your emails, everybody has received the link to the, are you getting me? Hello?
mọi người check email ấy, thì thấy ông bảo là vừa gửi email cho mọi người về cái
nhưng mà là cái gì thì chưa nhận được. Cái lớp này.
Yes, yeah, I got it.
Okay, you all got it.
The link.
So everybody, you're answering. You're not. It's not a group now. It's everybody by themselves as an individual. Feel free to answer those questions. It's very short. There are 10 questions. Very, very short. So you have 7 minutes.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Ôi, vừa phải họ lại lần sau.
or going?
Yes, I think everyone have finished.
Everyone finished?
Submit the response. Did you get them all?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Let's see whether, I don't know whether I'll be able to share. I can't promise, but let me try. Am I sharing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right. We had 16 responses. The first one is, how would you evaluate the overall workshop? Very good and excellent, and one good, and no fair, no poor. Okay,
yes.
very good. Yeah. Presenters, very good. Gerald, very good and excellent. Elizabeth, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Well, okay, yeah, that is the evaluation for the presenters. So thank you very much for all the presenters. How do you evaluate the quality of live sessions? These are the live sessions. We don't have a lot of experience in doing this, so we just did what we could. I'm happy that you find it, most people find it very good. We have 3 excellents and 2 goods. How would you evaluate self-guided sessions? Also very good. I'm very happy with this. Thank you very much. By how much did this workshop help you gain knowledge to help you in the work of implementing impact-based focus and warning services in, sorry, this should not be Solomon Island, I should have been Vietnam. But you can forgive me for that. It's 16, so that's very good. How useful did you find the training material and simulation material in the COMET? Yes. Well, extremely useful. Perfect. I'll be communicating to Paul about this. Somewhat useful. It's all useful. How useful did you find the quiz on the COMET? Well, this is the quiz. You all passed. Congratulations. It's either extremely useful or somewhat useful. Very good. And how useful was the information and other features provided on the WMO website? It's extremely useful for most people and somewhat useful for others. And there we have 3 neutrals. So we'll have a look at that. What, in your opinion, could have been done to improve the workshop? I'm going to look at that just now. But before that, in your opinion, were enough measures taken to organize the remotely delivered workshop during the prevailing COVID situation? Yes, it's very good. I agree, is 15 of them. So that's very good. So go back to question number 9. For us to view this better, I think I'll open it on Excel. So. This is question number. Here they are. We could have offline workshop. It could be better. All right. Offline workshop, it could be better. I'm not sure I understand that. Does that mean the self-guided workshop? Well, something to think about. Ensure the time of lecturers and discussion quality. So we need to assign more time probably to some of the sessions. We need more practice, practical examples. Okay. have more practical lessons. Yeah. Organizers should be, clearly inform participants of accommodation and DSA and all that. Okay, taken into consideration. More exercises, more lessons, more quizzes. And that's all. Okay. Very well. I think you would agree with me that I think the workshop was a success. Thank you very much. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time. We have like 5 minutes before 1:30. Lam, I think I'll throw this back to you, which is the closure of the workshop.
Yes.
I don't know whether you had anything. We have, there were certificates and all that. Let me leave it to you.
Yes, Sam. So for the closing session of the workshop from Vietnam side here, we have the attendance of Dr. Đỗ Tiến Anh, who is the Deputy Director General of the Scientific Technology and International Cooperation Department. So he will give like brief closing remark, and then we can have the certificate for all the participants here for certify the successful completed the workshop during the last 5 days. And then I suggest we can have a photo group with the screen here, and also maybe participant with the certification. Yes, so maybe first I would like to introduce Dr. Đỗ Tiến Anh and give the closing remark. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Samuel Mukemi. So time flying fast. It has been 5 days since I had the opening remark for the workshop, and now it's time for the closing remark. So through 5 days of training workshop, I'm very proud to hear that our participants in this workshop have studied very hard, and they did really well in the class, and they raised a lot of questions and communicated with the lecturer on the topic of impact-based forecast, which is really new to us. And it's good to know that all of them have passed the test and get the certification. And congratulations to all of the participants. And I had a short interview with the participant, and I'm very happy to know that they're really happy with the knowledge and the expertise that WMO lecturer have brought to the workshop. And you just show in the survey that all of them have the comment for the workshop, and they really have very positive comment or feedback with the workshop. So I'm really happy with that. And to have that great outcome of the workshop, so I would like to extend my great thanks and appreciation to the service department of WMO and the distinguished lecturer for their hard work and great effort to bring us many new ideas and how to implement impact-based forecast and warning services, as well as the impact-based forecast. And VietNam is very honored to organize this kind of workshop. It's very important to us. And we have the participants from different sectors, such as national and regional disaster management, national and regional forecaster, who currently work in natural disaster preparedness and control. And the workshop has helped our forecaster understand the importance of partnership, the importance of communicating and working closely with the disaster manager and other stakeholders to moving toward an impact-based forecast system. And I know this class is just the beginning of the great mission from WMO, which will support us to develop an impact-based forecast system. And we are really looking forward to the next step of these missions. So I would like to take this chance to give special thanks to WMO and Cruise Canada, who have been supporting us to organize this workshop and help us step by step to have an impact-based forecast system. I would like to give special thanks to all the lecturers from WMO, UNESCO, UCAMED, South Africa, and other partners during the last 5 days of workshop. And I would like to thank you all the participants to attend this training workshop on the IBF in Vietnam. And I believe that all the participants would learn a lot from our distinguished lecturer and expert from WMO. So finally, I would like to wish our distinguished lecturer and participants a very good health, happiness, and staying safe under COVID-19 pandemics. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Tiến Anh. And now on behalf of Dr. John Stander, Director Service of Department, I will hand out this certificate to all the participants today. And you can see here that's a certified for the successful completed the workshop, signed by Samia and Johan. So maybe I can call your name and you can go ahead here. Đỗ Thị Thương. Trần Văn Vũ. Lê Thị Hồng Vân.
Vân hơi nhiều.
Ngôi Thanh Hương.
Đừng sau này rồi.
Anh Cường, còn Hồ Cường.
Nào có à?
Có anh Tuấn lại có đang trên kia.
Có cái nhỉ? Về cho con tôi biết là bố mày mới là đi học đấy.
Hi Sam, I think now we can take a group photo with all the lecturers, and then maybe the participant you can raise the certification. Mọi người giơ cái bảng xong để chụp ảnh. Có làm cái nào chụp màn hình được không nhỉ?
Thì mọi người đang bay ở hai bên.
Sam, so can you stop sharing your screen?
I stopped. Am I share? I'm still sharing. Okay, let me remove.
Yes, it's still.
Sorry.
Yes.
Mọi người đứng hai bên.
Được chưa? Ok, mọi người đứng lên. Không, như nào không, tại vì lên hình trên này phải đẹp hơn không?
Dạ. Không theo mình định bên đây xong rồi.
Đúng, lên trên này.
Chị ngồi đi, cô này
qua
anh ghi.
Này anh ấy nó đứng ở dãy bên này, nó chụp sách này.
Thế đúng không? Ok. Thì đứng hết phía kia đi.
Đứng một phía này thôi, để chụp sách này.
Đúng rồi, đứng vào đây chụp ảnh chưa? Đứng vào. Anh
còn đứng ở trên này sẽ rất khó. Không lấy được cô hình.
Đúng rồi. Có cái cách đang quay video mọi người giơ trước màn hình này nhìn trong này được.
Chụp ảnh chứ.
Còn chụp ảnh sau. Trên màn Phương đâu nhỉ? Chị Phương ở đây. Đây chị Phương đây. Đây. Ok, đi ạ.
Đừng chéo ra. Đừng chữ V đi.
Đây, mọi người nhìn cái màn hình kia là có. Ok.
Đang quay đấy.
Được chưa?
Để thấp cái tờ này xuống.
Smile. Thank you very much. Thank you. Con chắc để kết thúc xong mọi người chụp một cái ảnh tập thể sau. Con chụp cái ảnh tập thể. Yeah, hi Sam. I think now it can come back to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That was an excellent idea to have a photo like that. It's really good. It means a lot to me and to us. I mean, so now, how do we do this? For World Meteorological Organization, we were going to have a representative, that is Cyril Honoré, the one who did the CAP presentation yesterday, but he just couldn't make it the last minute. So he asked me to conduct this. So the way I'd like to do it is I don't have a speech. I think I've talked a lot. So what I'd like to do is to request the three people who are with us to just say 2 words, to say bye-bye or whatever. So we start with you, Elizabeth.
Thank you very much, Sam. Yes, thank you to all the participants in Vietnam. This really has been an interesting week. It's got its challenges, of course, but without your participation, your active participation, it cannot be the success it was. So I just want to thank you for being so active, so interactive, and assisting us. And thank you for translating them. We really appreciate your assistance with that. It really has greatly helped us. And thank you to my colleagues. So to Gerald and to Rose and to Sam, thank you for your contribution to this workshop. I think together it's been a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And now, Gerard.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Elizabeth. Also, I would like to thank my colleagues. But you know, this new experience that we're all going through of delivering and receiving these trainings through remote methods, where we're all sitting in our own homes or in our offices. It's a little bit strange, but it really depends very much on your active participation and your discipline, and that has been wonderful this week, that you have been really engaged with everything, and that's been even from this distance, we can sense that, we know that, and it's wonderful from our point of view that you have this encouragement, that you have this enthusiasm to work with us. So thank you very much for that. It's been a pleasure to have been part of this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gerald. What you've said, I associate myself with it. Thanks so much. This group has been excellent, very, very good, and participating very well. And especially the translation, you came up with that, Lam, that really helped us. Bruce, last but not least.
Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you very much to Lam, who has really been very efficient in working with us to prepare and to consolidate a lot of the things that have gone on, that have made it very efficient to have a very smooth running of the workshop, very timely. And I think it's been quite encouraging to see the enthusiasm from the participants. And the way we've worked together, it has been quite interesting and very commendable. So I wish to thank you and to encourage you to continue learning and to put this into practice to support your country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. As I said, I don't have any speech, just to thank you, everybody, once again. Thank you. I take it back to you, Lan.
Yes, so for me, I just want to say thank you very much to all of you who have given us very precious and informative presentation to guide us through step by step to get a impact-based message. Now we can, our participants here understand more about what is the role of the forecasting department, as well as partnership with disaster management and other stakeholders to moving toward to set up an impact-based forecast system we reckon that is a challenge. It will be a long way forward, and we hope to get your support later, because as you just said, it is just a kick-off, a very beginning phase and step to understand what is impact-based forecast system. So we need to have a bigger effort to get a real impact-based forecast system. So again, thank you very much. Especially give a special thanks to Sam. You have a lot in organizing this precious workshop, and also you have a lot of white night to stay with us for the whole night. So it's really impressed with us. Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I'm sure WMO will go with you all the way. On behalf of the Secretary General, I can say that, and also thank the Vietnam Meteorological and Hydrological Agency for organizing this. You have chosen a very good time to do it. So on behalf of WMO, I'd like to just express how grateful we are, and that we are prepared to continue working with you and see you through into implementing IBF-WS in Vietnam. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, and hopefully we can have face-by-face workshop. I think it's much better. Yeah. And we can,
okay, let's hope it can.
Everything practice needs to be like hand by hand. It's much better. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much, and see you. Bye.
Bye bye. All the best.
All the best.
Cheers.